Welcome to Miss Well Energetic. My name is Brianne Gittins. I'm the host of the Miss Well Energetic Network. Looking at this title, you know what this video is about. If you have experienced this, you know what this means. And let's get into this video. This video is a bit tough because not reaching milestone does affect your mental health, and being a failure to launch is kind of the new norm. So let's get into today's video. Let's talk about this because this is a big discussion. Let's talk about it right now. Okay. Number one is it's okay not to have everything figured out. I feel like in your 20s, you're supposed to make mistakes. I'm 28, so I have 8 years experience in my 20s. You're supposed to make mistakes. Mistakes are your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. I feel like failure in your 20s, mistakes in your 20s are normal. Everybody's 20s is so different. There are so many different types of 20-year-olds. There are 20-year-olds that got married, that have children. There's 20-year-olds that still living at home. There's 20-year-olds that are still in college. There are 20-year-olds that are working their careers, living on their own. There's 20-year-olds that are traveling. There's 20-year-olds that are doing social media. There are 20-year-olds that are doing nothing. So there's so many different 20-year-olds today. Everyone's different lives today. So I think it's okay not to have everything figured out. I do not have everything figured out. I don't. I'm still trying to catch on the success train. I do not have nothing figured out. I don't. And I'm okay with that. I am in it for the journey, not the destination. And I feel like your 20s is a journey. It is this is your first time being an adult. Being an adult, there's no book on being an adult. Everyone's life circumstances is different. Your life circumstance is different. How you start in this world, your parents, or if you don't have any, guardianship or your living situation, we all have different starts in life, and those starts are the foundation of where we're going to go, where we are in this world. Do you get a leg up or do you have a leg down? Do you have barriers or do you have privilege? There are so many lines, and not everyone's at the same line, and that's okay, because there are so many ways to figure things out, and time is your friend, time is your enemy, but time is about growing. It's about getting experience, because if you don't have experience, you can't really grow and you won't learn. So get that experience. Number 2, failure is experience. I feel like failure is something you're going to face in your 20s. You know, you're going to face it. You're going to face it. You're going to have difficulties. And you're going to have to make choices. But failure is not the end of the road. Not everything you do is going to be successful. But it's a stepping stone to your next thing. Everything's a stepping stone to growth. It's learning how to get things done. You wanted this, but you ended up with that. You never know where you're gonna go. Failure is the first step of adulthood. I feel like I failed at so many things. I feel like I failed with money. I failed with savings. Oh, that's the same thing. It's like I failed career-wise. I failed doing adult things. I've missed milestones. But who says these are the milestones as adults? Today's social norms are changing. It is too expensive to live on your own. It's too expensive to be single. It's too expensive to be in a relationship. It's just so expensive. And so failure is okay. You have to embrace it and you have to move on. Because my failures have put me here today. I had to learn skills, gain experiences to understand what is right and what is wrong. So, have I hit a lot of milestones as a 20-year-old? I've hit a few, not everything. But a few things like graduating from college, first full-time job, stuff like that. Are good milestones. Number 3, growing, being open to change. I feel like growing is something we do every year. You have to grow in order to survive adulthood. You can't be the same person you were 10 years ago. I am 10 years into adulthood. 18, I'm 28 right now. 10 years into adulthood. I felt like an adult at 27. So that's just roughly a year ago. I felt like an adult. I felt like I was in college for 6 years. I'm 3 years. I'm about to be 3 years out. I've only had 2 years post-college experiences, and I've hit roadblocks. Trying to make it on my own is a bit difficult when you have no leg in the competition, no doors. You live in the suburbs and the front door is closed, and you're trying to use online to figure out things, and you're not hitting the right milestones in your life. So growing is part of the game. Going through many phases, going through friendships, relationships. You gotta be open to change. Every year you change. Every single year. We're continuing to change. We're continuing to grow. And it's not an easy process. It's a difficult, painful process. But the beautiful thing is, change comes with a different perspective, a different mindset. Each experience you get, more you change, and the more you can grow from those experiences into something else. Success is different for everybody. My success and your success are two different successes. But you have to be really open to change and not take things personally. I feel like if you don't take things personally and you're just open for the change, you might see things differently. Number 4 is create a positive mindset. I feel like mindset is the best. I think it's the top priority as an adult. Your mindset is the only way you can become an adult at this point, because mindset is so essential. I had no idea about this mindset thing. It's essential for your growth as an adult. You can't grow if you don't have a good mindset. If you have a negative mindset, you can't become an adult. You really can't. you're gonna be doing the same things over and over. You're not gonna grow. Having the right mindset with money, with living, with traveling, clothing, those expenses in your life are so important. It's important to have a mindset that is clear, that is disciplined, that can take care of themselves. Your mindset is the only way that you can be independent in today's society. If you have a clear mindset, you know what you want, and you could make those sacrifices and be self-disciplined, you can survive. But it really depends, where are you in the lineup? Your circumstances. At 18, you become an adult. I wish at 18 that I saved money. I was saving money, because I was never really saving money. Money came in my hands, money go. So I think it is really important to build your mindset. Invest in your mindset. Learn self-help books, YouTube, lifestyle content, TikTok. Now, you go on TikTok and get people to help shift your mindset. You don't always have to take their advice, but it helps you shift your mindset, and you can make your own decisions based on using their information. Absorb information, learn, and your mindset will grow. And your mindset growing, the wiser you get, the more you realize that, oh, I could do something. And that could be your breakthrough to creating your own milestones. Number 5, letting go of dreams and working on new ones. I feel like sometimes you gotta let your old dreams go. There's nothing wrong with letting your dreams go. I just feel like you just gotta let it go. Or there's always a possibility that you always know what you wanted to do. You just don't know how to get there. And sometimes you have to let go and work on new ones. You gotta work on a new plan. Because you could get there. It's just like you need to work on new plans. You need to get goals. You need to invest your time and energy into your dreams and goals. I feel like self-discipline is the only way to make it happen. You gotta work in private. You gotta sit down with yourself. You gotta reflect. Reflecting is the key. It's physically in your hand. Reflecting and doing the work is the only way to hit these milestones that you want to hit. You have to put in the work. No one's going to hand you anything in today's society. The harder you fight, and you keep fighting, there's a question mark, because I don't know if you can make it. In a way, I don't know if there is a result. I don't know. But the result can be something different than you actually thought it would be. There are results. They're just not always the way we thought they were going to be. Number 6 is use redirection. Redirection is when something doesn't work out, and it happens all the time in your 20s. Something didn't work out, you pivot to the next corner. You need to pivot. You need to be the master at pivoting. You need to pivot, sit in your feelings for one day, and pivot. Keep on pivoting, because I'm like, you're gonna hit roadblocks. Roadblocks are always there. There's obstacles always there. You need to learn how to use redirection to your benefit, because redirection is so essential to growing anything, a business, social media, anything actually. You gotta pivot. You gotta learn how to pivot. You gotta use the tools that you have. You gotta be scrappy about it. You gotta be resourceful. Being resourceful is the key to being an adult these days, I feel. I'm always talking about the key. There's always a key. The key is definitely opening those doors for yourself, but it's being resourceful to open those doors for yourself. Number 7 is create goals for yourself. I think having a vision board, having clear goals are the best way to visualize what you want. Sometimes starting with a foundation will help you. This foundation that you are creating, the foundation, is this, and this, and this. You may have 4 categories. I don't know your 4 categories. My categories are career, financial, running my own businesses, wilderness. Those are my stuff that I want to look at. I have to rate them down on the goal, rate goals for me to feel that I have accomplished those things in my life. A lot of my goals are long-term. Long-term goals take time. They're not going to be solved in 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. I'm like, they're not going to be solved. It's a journey. It is. So, you know what? Write these goals down. Visualize these goals. Update the goals. Use each season, spring, summer, winter, fall, to have little check-ins with yourself. To find out, hey, I never worked on these goals. I never done this. I was like, I need to get back on this. I need to redirect these goals and change these goals up because these goals will no longer serve me. It's all about maintenance. The maintenance of you. Number 8 is take time and enjoy the journey. I feel like we all get caught up on hitting milestones. Time is unrefundable. You're not going to get more time. You're going to get less time. Every year you get a new number. So this is your time to work and also take some time for yourself. Because you also need self-care. You also need a break. There's nothing wrong with we can go, and then coming home, taking 2 weeks off. I'm like, you know what? I've done everything I can do. I need a mental break. You know, your energy needs to be high, but you also need to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is the only way you'll get things done. So give yourself the time to take care of yourself. Go out. Go to a dinner. Go to a restaurant with a friend, family member. Go out. Go to a movie. Like, feed your soul. And the journey is long. Because there's always more. So don't get caught up on one thing and grind at it. Because the burnt out is real. I've experienced burnout where you don't want to do anything. You just sit down. Little tasks are too hard. No. Not anymore. Burnout is bad. It's not good for your soul. So what you're going to do is you enjoy your journey. Because your journey is worth it. Your life is worth it. Because you're one of a kind. You're unique. You have to live your life for yourself. So, that was my little tidbit on not hitting milestones. I'm going to talk about failure to launch. My opinion of failure to launch in today's society. Okay, so let's get into this. Here's some water. Let's spill tea here. Let's get going. Okay. I feel like be a failure to launch. Living at home is not failure. Society hasn't caught up with today's world. Society will not pay, this world will not pay you what you're worth. They never will. They never will. Low wages, high cost of living. You have to save so much money to live on your own. And I feel like it's a milestone we all want to get. I want to get to that milestone one day. But I know, realistically, that milestone is a difficult one to get. We're all failures to launch in life, in your 20s. If you're not doing social media, social media is amazing because you make multiple streams of income. That is the only way I find people can live on their own, is they have multiple streams of income. You need 2 to 7 streams of income to be successful in this country, in this world. You know, it is so hard to make it, you know, to get the right enough money, to get the career, to get the house that you want, to be able to rent on your own. Like, these milestones are gonna take a lot of 20-year-olds' time. Because remember, there is a line. Not everybody starts at the same line. There are so many factors that people are not hitting. You know, I am more on the negative side than on the positive side. So there's nothing wrong with being a failure to launch. You can't launch if you don't have anything. And a lot of us don't. But the little that we have, we appreciate it. So, you know what? It's okay. The new social norm is to be at home. They're saying like 50% of people live paycheck to paycheck. So that, when you listen to that, it's like you can't hit the financial goals. You can't hit the housing goals. If you can't hit the housing goals, you have to stay where you are. And staying where you are is not bad. Because you have a roof over your head, you have people that you love, people that know you. You will hit goals eventually. You'll crack the code. It's just, it takes time, it takes perspective, it takes mindset, it takes work. But you also have to enjoy your journey, because your 20s is only 10 years. 10 years. You get 10 years in your 20s. It's a ride. It's not a destination. Okay, that was my little tidbit on being a failure to launch. Today's social norms are changing. Take that with you. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. I dress business professional. I want to be business because, like, I don't know my milestones, but I dress up good.